What does it mean to be fair, just, and civil? Hello, my name is Gary Dixon, and I will be diving into fairness, justice, and civility in aviation. I will be using Newton's third law, and I will reflect on some of my own flying experiences, as well as some of the legacies of the pioneers that shaped our field. Newton says for every action there is a reaction. In aviation, it's physics. In life, it's personal, social, or political. Take an aviation crash, for instance. We either are going to respond with blame, unity, or fear. And our response shapes what comes next. I used to fly the Cessna 208, and thunderstorms, bad weather, sleet, snow, ice, and when I landed, my knees creaking, my pulse would be up high, nervous, jitters, and I knew that my training got me through the flight. My knees creaking, I'd get out, jump down, feel the ground, and I'd feel like Batman. That was my reaction. Pride. Recent events, like a crash that I won't name, has sparked controversy over DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Stats have shown that white women have benefited more from DEI, often due to networks with leadership. And that's fair. They've earned it. My multi engine instructor is a white female that has less hours than me, that is teaching me, and that's all that matters. Skill, not labels, matters. I'm learning from her. Let's go back to the Korean War. My father served in the Korean War, and so did Ensign Jesse Brown and Tom Hudner. In the movie Devotion, Ensign Jesse Brown crashed his plane behind enemy lines, and his wingman, Tom Hudner, purposefully crashed his plane to try and rescue Jesse because he was pinned in his aircraft. Tom Hudner saw no skin color. That is fairness. Jesse Brown inspired General Frank Peterson, a United States Marine, the first Marine Corps aviator that had over 4,000 hours and 300 combat hours. Frank Peterson inspired General Bolden, who became a NASA director. General Bolden, he had combat hours too, and he launched the Hubble telescope into orbit. I met General Bolden in 1995 as a young Marine. All three of us were Marines. And General Bolden inspired me. These guys faced you can't, and they faced you won't, and they did. And because of them, they inspired others like me to follow their dreams to be aviators. So, why are we here? So, I have degrees in aviation and in political science. And my first gut feeling when I see people complaining or arguing about DEI after a fatal crash and tearing each other down is, why are we here? Are we here to tear each other down? And last year, I flew cargo, and my aircraft generated over $12 million in cargo, and I moved over 144 tons of cargo. Also, my flight school and some of the guys I've worked with, my former peers that were flight instructors, are now aviators in the industry. And one of them flies for the airline that had the fatal crash. So I am tied 6 degrees of separation. And judging of DEI after a tragedy and judging each other after a tragedy, it's not good for our mental health. And so we need devotion to aviation and to each other. Fairness is skill over label. Justice is lifting each other up. Civility is never leaving your wingman. So Let's aviate, navigate, and communicate and not divide. Our passion of flight unites us. So, thanks for listening, and let's keep moving forward together.